Julia, and welcome to your 45-minute strong arm workout. I'm so excited that you're here today. We have 4 blocks of work with 3 exercises in each block. We're going to be working for 45 seconds, resting for 15, and then we have a 45-second rest in between sets. So it's going to move really fast. I hope it's going to be awesome. So grab your light, medium, and heavy weights. Water, a mat, because we'll be on the floor, and yourself. Obviously yourself, because you're here. So light, medium, and heavy dumbbells, and a resistance band if you have it. If you don't, that's totally fine. Because we are going to be doing our pull downs. So if you have a resistance loop or a resistance band that you can do pull downs, that would be really beneficial. But if not, you can use a sweat towel, a shirt, or nothing, and just really focus on the contracting in your back, right? So anyway, let's get into it. All right. Let's take our arms back. Really opening up our shoulders and chest here. Whew. I'm cracking already. Are you cracking? Ah, oh, feels so good. All right, let's switch directions. Nice. Bring your arms up, pull to the right, and then pull to the left. So we have 3 blocks of work that are strength-based, and then our last block of work is core. Wonderful. Whew. Shake out those hands, let's stretch those forearms. Let's wake them up a little bit before we get started. So good. And since this is a power program, we're really focused, especially with these strength moves, we're really focused on the exertion. So for a chest press, it's right. For a pull, it's really focusing on that explosive movement there, okay? Let's do a forward fold. Wonderful. Bend your knees and your back, roll up. Then we're gonna roll back down. Roll back up. Roll back down. Oh, looks good. Roll back up. Wonderful. Let's bring your arm across the chest. You'll pull and pull, and alternating arms here. That's good. One more time each side. Awesome. Do some torso twist. That feels good. All right. So our first exercise is a curl and press. So you're going to do a hammer curl, go straight up into a press, okay? So remember, when you go into a press, your shoulders aren't going with you here, okay? And you're pushing straight up, not back. Let's see. I'm going to start with my 15s, and we'll see. Here we go. So hammer curl, push up. Just trying to make sure I don't hit the fan again. That one time. You do something one time and you remember, right? So hammer curl, press. So these are 2 distinct movements, right? You have your hammer curl and then press, okay? We aren't swinging our arms here, okay? This isn't what we're doing. Hammer curl, press up. Wonderful. I'm gonna keep the 15s. We do have a bent over row, so we're doing both arms at the same time. So hinge at your hips, pull the weights to your hips. We're doing both arms at the same time. So this is lighter than my typical row because I'm pulling both at the same time and there's no bench and I'm not on the floor, right? So there's nothing there to keep the weight stable there on the ground, right? So this is just a freestanding situation. And I go lighter in order to protect my back. Wonderful. Now we're coming down onto the floor for our push-ups. You can do push-ups on a bench, on the wall, whatever you need to do. So we're here. If you can do a full push-up or push-up on the knees. Again, we're really focused on the power. So if you can get more power by being on your knees, that's what we want, okay? To our curl and press. I'm going to try my 20s, see how far I get with that. Here we go. Hammer curl, press. Alright. Feel my form breaking down, so I'm going to go back to my 15s. Sticking with my 15s for my rows. So remember with your rows, you're pulling towards your hips. You're not pulling up here into your elbows. Okay? Hinge at the hips. Back is nice and straight, shoulders down and back. You want to squeeze your shoulder blades as you come back. Moving into our push-ups. And another note about push-ups, making sure that we're getting a full range of motion here. If you're doing a full push-up, like in a plank position, and you're only able to just bend your elbow a 1/4 of an inch, you're not really working what you're supposed to be working. So it's okay to be on your knees in order to get and work what you're supposed to work. You will get stronger and be able to do the same things rush the process, right? What are we doing? Curl and press. Okay. No need to rush the process. No need to rush what you plan to last forever. Well, not necessarily forever, but like, right? Our time here on earth, this isn't supposed to be rushed. This is supposed to be done with intention and purpose. We're building here. Building takes time, right? It's your job to show up with the effort and the intention. God does the rest. Whew. Right? It's our job to show up. Show up in the spaces and places that God is asking us to show up. He's asking us to be faithful. He's asking us to be obedient. That is our job. Shoulders go back, not up. Engage that core. All right, last round, push-ups, and then we get a break. There we go. We're going to be down on the ground for our next exercise. We have a chest press. Make sure it's nice and heavy. Then we have an underhand row. So we're just palms face out, still in a hinge position. Pulling, we're just changing the angle. And then we have an Arnold press. Okay? So let's get ready for our chest press. There we go. That was good. All right. So remember, we're just switching so palms are facing out. Still hinging at the hips. Shoulders down and back. Right? We're just changing the angle. So if you've never done these before, this may feel a little different. Make sure your shoulders stay down and back. We don't want to round our back, and we don't want our shoulders coming up. Roll them down and back and keep them there. Then we have an Arnold press. I think I'm gonna go with my 10s with this one. There we go. Simply because I am fatigued. And with an Arnold press, your shoulders, they don't get any rest, right? So it's okay. Because you will get stronger. So make sure the dumbbells stay here in front of your eyes, not down here. Don't bring them all the way down here. Up. Chest press. Oh my gosh. That was hard. All right, underhand row. Shoulders down and back, hinge at the hips. Palms face out. Now notice, just because the grip has changed, where we pull doesn't change. So I'm still pulling here, just that my palm is facing out. So we're not pulling up into our armpits. Arnold press. I need some water. There we go. Now feel free to be in a staggered stance, right? You can be, feet in alignment with your knees bent a little bit. I find with a press, a staggered stance helps, because then I'm not tempted to arch as much, right? It's there for support. Alright, now we're back to our chest press. Right? I don't know why I keep squinting. Why do I keep squinting like I can't read? Isn't that funny? Maybe because sweat. I can feel the sweat coming. So I'm preparing for it not to get in my eye, maybe. I don't know. Whew. There we go. to make sure that you're set up for success and you have proper form. We're not trying to rush this. I've seen way too many injuries just because of trying to rush through and not focusing on form. Right? Either not really knowing it or not truly even really caring about it too much, right? Arnold press. But we know that form equals what? Form equals function. That's right. We are halfway through our workout. Whew. All right, so we have bicep curls. So I really want you to focus on neutral grip, bringing the pinky in. Overhead tricep extension, and then we're moving into our pull down. So bicep curl, pinky in. I'm gonna try my 15s. So neutral grip, come up, scoop that pinky, squeeze at the top. And like with all curls, don't let your shoulder come down. No rounding of the back either. Shoulders down and back, keep them there. Biceps into your side. So we're not doing one of these things, okay? We'll let the bros do that. All right, now we have overhead tricep extension. If you have any shoulder issues, tricep kickbacks are where you need to be. Just my elbow itch so badly. All right, overhead tricep extension. Make sure your biceps are in, close to your face, and pull that dumbbell. Okay, don't let your elbows go out. Keep them nice and close. Elbows point straight to the sky. And really pull the dumbbell up. First time I did it with my 25s. My elbow. All right, pull down. So you're gonna have your resistance band or loop. Okay, up. Pull down towards your chest. Okay, nice proud chest. Bringing your shoulder blades down and together. Okay. All right, it's your 3 exercises. Whew. So we're back at our curl. 20 or 15s were good for me, so I'm gonna stick with my 15s. Make sure you're not swinging here either. Torso is up. Don't let the weight fall, okay? Control up and control down. You control the weight. The weight does not control you. Right? Reminds me of be in the world, not of it. Yeah, that was good. Be in the world, not of it. Right? There's a lot that happens around us, and we get to decide. We get to decide what enters. We get to decide what we look like. Do we look like Christ out in the world? Or do we look like the world, but we're just wearing a Bible verse on our t-shirt? Right? Do we look like the world, talk like the world, watches what the world watches, listen to what the world listens to, but yet we go to church on Sunday, right? What makes us different from the world? And don't just say our beliefs. Well, my beliefs make me different than the world. Do your beliefs show up in your actions? Do your beliefs show up in the way you talk? Do your beliefs show up in what you say yes to and what you say no to? Right? Because even the demons believe, right? Hold on. Even the demons believe, and demons obey Jesus. Demons obey God, right? So, what makes you different from them? Right? What makes us different? Feeling fiery right now. Right? The fruit of the Spirit. One of the fruits of the Spirit that we don't like to talk about is self-control. Right? Controlling what we watch. Controlling what we listen to. Controlling what we eat. Controlling, right? Self-control. Right? Last round. You can control that. You can control your effort. You control whether you show up or not. You control whether you stay faithful. You control whether you obey or whether you don't, right? Be in the world, not of it. We should look different. Feeling fiery, fiery, fiery. All right. Whew. All right, I'm gonna go down to my 20s for the last overhead tricep extensions. Whew. There we go. Oh man, that was hard. Oh, all right. Whew. Last round of pull downs. And then we get a break and we go into our core circuit. Whew. Oh, excuse me. My arms don't want to go up anymore. Whew. Oh, that was good. That was good. All right. So our core is pretty simple. We have a plank drag. So you're gonna be on the ground, get a light to medium dumbbell, and you're just pulling that weight to either side. Then we're gonna come up. We have marches. So grab a nice medium to heavy weight. We're starting with the right hand, and then second round is left hand. And then we have 3 rounds of that. So really easy, pretty straightforward. I don't know what I want to start with my drag throughs. So you're going to be in a high plank. You can either be in a high plank on your knees, if that gives you the stability to be able to drag, or you can be in full plank. Where I'm at is I'm on my knees, and that's totally fine, right? Wherever you're at, as long as you're doing it, right? You showed up. That's half the battle. So stay here with me. Finish it out strong. I pulled it too far the other way. Oh goodness. All right. We have our marches. Going one in the right hand, holding down by your side, shoulders down and back. We're gonna march. Don't let your arm sag, right? Standing straight up. Engaging that core. There we go. Stay with me. All right. Now we're going to do the same thing on the left side. So as you're marching, okay, try not to right? Sway. Here we go. Try to stay as upright as possible here. Okay? You are going to shift a little bit, right, from side to side, but we don't want to be right? Nice and stable. We're working the anti-rotation here. We're working on the stability. We have our plank drag. I think I'm going to use my 15. Make sure as you're dragging and putting your arm down that your arms don't start, if they start to creep out, right out in front of you, make sure you bring them back down, okay? in alignment with your shoulders. There we go. Whew. All right, going to our marches. Right hand. Get set up. Shoulders down and back. Nice proud chest. Stable core. And yes, you may feel this in your arm and shoulder. You may even feel this in your back because of stability, right? Our bodies, God designed our bodies like crazy, right? They're so intricate and complex and wonderful. We are fearfully and wonderfully made. Right? Everything is connected. That's why we can't spot reduce even if we wanted, right? We are a whole being, a whole person. We are strengthening the whole person here. You're a whole person. Your whole self. And who cares what anybody has ever said about you? Who cares if you're too much or not enough? Hey, big man. Whew. One more round and we are done. Is there anything on my elbow? It is itching like crazy.
I mean, there's like a little scratch right there. It's not a scratch, it's more of a bump. It looks like a scratch.
My elbow is just itchy. All right, plank drag. I'm sticking with my 15s because that was a challenge. It's definitely a challenge. Hey, creeper. I love it. Just two more. Marches on the right, marches on the left, and we are done. Oh, there we go. Oh, excuse me. William is making a heart. Speaking of which, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel.
You better do it.
All right, last one here, and then we are done. Here we go. Shoulders down and back. You're silly.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There we go. Woo! Good job, party people. That was so good. Thank you. Take our right arm, cross it over our chest and pull. This time we're just gonna breathe into that stretch. Whew, you did it! We did it! Whoop whoop! That was good. You did a lot of work today. Switch to the left. Oh my gosh. All right. Bring our right arm up and behind and pull. Whew, that feels good. Oh man. All right, let's switch to the left side. So good, so good. All right, let's take our arms behind our back. Interlace your fingers if you can. Pull down, open up the chest, and put your chin to the sky. Wonderful. Stop, please. Let's do our shoulder circles back and shoulders forward. Awesome. Let's stretch our forearms. Here we go. Whew. Hashtag mom life, am I right? I like that he likes to be involved in all the things. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you in the next workout.